Greetings, friends and family. I am Stephanie R. Bridges, and I am so excited to be presenting children's books that are written, published, and illustrated by Black creators specifically with you in mind. Be sure to check out bridgesbookclub.com to get these titles and more. Special thanks goes out to the Tawi Family Village and Dr. Jill Jackson for hosting the Ohio Kwanzaa 2020 celebration. Charting a Legacy. This is day 6 of the celebration, and our Kwanzaa principle is Kuumba, and that means creativity. It is so important that we do all that we can to leave our community more beautiful and more beneficial than we inherited it. Today, I will be reading a book written by Kimberly Davis Peters. Ellie and the Rainy Day. And this book was written by Kimberly Davis Peters, and it was illustrated by Jasmine Mills. Ellie woke up with excitement. She had so many fun things to do outside and could not wait to get started. Ellie expected to see the sun bright and shining when she climbed out of bed. Instead, there were cloudy, gray skies and the pitter-patter of raindrops. Ellie decided that her day was ruined. "Oh no," she wailed. "What's wrong, sweetie?" asked Mommy. "It's raining, and now I can't do anything fun," Ellie pouted. "Just because it's raining doesn't mean we can't have fun. Let me show you," said Mommy. They put on their raincoats and boots to head outside. Looking around at the raindrops falling around them, Ellie wondered what fun they could have. Suddenly, Mommy began to jump up and down in a puddle. Water splashed all over them with each jump. Ellie began jumping in a puddle of her own, laughing as the water splashed against her raincoat. They hopped from puddle to puddle, laughing and splashing all the way. "This is fun," Ellie exclaimed. They giggled the most when Daddy came home and splashed them as he drove the car into the driveway. Ellie wondered what other fun things they could do. Next, Ellie and Mommy twirled their umbrellas and sang to the rain. "Hello, rain, how are you? The sky is gray and raindrops are blue. Soon the clouds will go away and the sun will come out again." Heading back inside, Ellie thought their rainy day fun had come to an end. "Now I'll make a perfect rainy day lunch for you," Mommy said. Before long, soup and sandwiches were ready for them to eat. "What a yummy rainy day lunch," Ellie said while she happily took a big bite of her sandwich. Later in the afternoon, Ellie painted a picture of herself and Mommy splashing together in the rain puddles. She named it Rainy Day Art. The sun began to peek through the clouds as the rain slowly came to an end. When the rain stopped, Mommy took Ellie by the hand and they went outside. There is one more fun thing I want to show you, Mommy said, pointing to the sky and telling Ellie to look up high. Ellie looked up and saw so many beautiful colors. She asked Mommy what it was. "That is a rainbow," said Mommy. "Oh, wow," Ellie said with a wide smile. At nighttime, they put on their pajamas and got ready for bed. Mommy tucked Ellie snugly under the covers with a sleepy yawn. Ellie began to close her eyes. "So, how did you enjoy your rainy day?" Mommy asked. Ellie gave a tired smile and mumbled, "I guess rainy days can be fun after all." She began to snore softly, and soon Ellie was fast asleep. The end.
Need me to hold it for you? That's better. That's a lot better.
My name is Rory Reddick. I'm one of the few African-American magicians working full-time in the nation. In fact, I'm the secretary of the International Association of Black Magical Artists. Thank you very much.
All right.
And I just want to say, by way of introduction, in lieu of Kwanzaa, I was very fortunate to be one person who walked away 3 months ago at the Midwest Magic Convention with 2 first place trophies. Don't get too excited. I walked away with the trophies when nobody was looking. Because that's how I roll. I want to tell you guys something. Harry Houdini, considered by many the father of modern day magic, he spent the last part of his career doing what we in magic call escapology. Now he escaped from ropes, chains, you name it. He escaped from it. In fact, there was a black man who taught him the art of lockpicking. I'm going to pay tribute to the great Houdini by escaping from something he never did. You know what these are?
Thumb cups.
Exactly, these are thumb cups. These are not a toy, these are not a magic prop. These are in fact real. I'm going to demonstrate how to get out of some thumb cups.
Let me see. I gotta see.
But I'm going to need a volunteer.
I'm not. I don't want to see that close.
Sir, you raise your hand. Are you volunteering? Would you like to help? Give him a great big hand. He comes to the stage. No. That's okay. No. We need someone right here up front.
I do it.
No. Come on. We can run out of time. Come on up and give him a great big hand. I'm going to encourage him. Up this way. Elder, what's your name? Elder, give him a great big hand. Another great round of applause. I want you to verify these. And Angela, there is in a box inside that case, there's some pieces in there. Check this out. You see these grooved interiors?
Yeah.
They act as teeth to keep the thumb in place. I want you to put your left thumb aside. Yes, go ahead. You see that in someone, right? Fantastic. Now, here's what you need to do. I need you to put your other thumb inside so people will know that these are not thumb cups. Check it out. Great. Now, here's the bit. Now, it's kind of tight, right? And it's uncomfortable.
They can't find the box with the key.
That'd be a problem.
That's a real problem.
But you notice that the reason they use thumb cups, and sometimes it's outlawed, because it's not for strength as much as it is for pain. Now, if I go like this, you feel a little pain, a little uncomfortable. If I do that way, it's nothing but pain, right? Yeah. There is a way you can get out of those, right?
Oh, yeah?
You know how?
No, I don't know how.
Oh, the case?
I was just playing.
It may be, it might be that one case. Yeah, it's on you, and they can be done.
I was just playing, bro.
Well, this is easy.
Let me get the elder a chair. Let me get him a chair.
It's not inside that bag. It's in the back. Yeah. Well, let me tell you this, too. Sometimes things go awry. Magic is not an exact science.
Yes, yeah.
Now, in fact, Elder will help us get out. We just use a little magic. We'll cover his hand with this shroud of mystery that I found in Motel 6. Well, there's a lot of mystery in Motel 6. There you go. And when we count to 5, Brother Philip, got it? Oh, yeah. When I count to 5, we're going to count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when we get to 1, Brother Philip will have escaped from the cuffs. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, he's a little slow. That's okay. No. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you about these cuffs. You don't want to have them on for more than a minute. Otherwise, your thumb will turn purple and fall off. Yeah, that's why I like to use light-skinned people. Why? You didn't see it on me. There's a key. You need to get this out. Here we go. Take it out. That way. And that way. There. Look at your thumbs. Make sure you're not bleeding. Give him a baby again.
All right.
You won't go nowhere. Because I know he wants revenge. But I want you to be gentle. There's only one set of keys to this cuff. Right. So I want you to put this on me. Okay? Go ahead. Put it on. Well, put it in front of everyone so everyone
So we see it. Can't see.
Yeah.
There you go.
Go ahead. Woo! That practice doing it, haven't you? Yeah. Is your wife here? Okay, go ahead. Woo! Okay, come with the shroud of mystery. No. The shroud of mystery.
Do it on.
Hold on to the keys, don't you? Yeah, you see what we want to. Yeah, now step back a little bit that way. So they can see. No. See that? No. Yeah, cover them up. Yeah, cover it up. No, come on, look right now. You're on TV. Come on, Al. You will be Al for years. You get there. See now, look. If I can get out in 5 seconds, for 5 minutes, okay? If I can get out in 5 minutes, I will buy you a drink tomorrow, okay? Okay? No, man. No. I'm still there, okay? No. Don't get it twisted. Go ahead one more time, man. You want to get on my nerves. Go ahead. Cover it up. The shroud of mystery. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Now, if anyone here have a drink in your hand, who has a drink? Who has a drink? A glass? No, I got a glass. Right here at the table. You got a glass? You got a bottle? Okay. You know what to do. If I can get out in what? 30 seconds? If I can get out in 30 seconds, you lift up your bottle and toast me, okay? So let's make it 5 seconds. Count up 5, y'all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it. Yeah, give a big hand, everybody.
Oh, man, that was it.
Let's have some kids in here. Kids, don't do this. Don't do this. You too, okay? I went to the back. They have food back here. Support our food vendors because look what I found in the back. There's like ketchup. How many here adults like ketchup on your ice cream? Okay, we'll get rid of this. Maybe you don't like ketchup on your ice cream. You know, what about you? You like ketchup on your ice cream? You don't like it? Tell you what, I'll get rid of the ketchup, okay? In about 5 seconds. Okay? 5 seconds. That's what it's gonna take you to drink it all. Okay? Are you ready? Okay. You ready? No, I'm not gonna do it. You crazy. Now watch. 1, 2, 3. Snap my fingers and your bottle and your band just like that. But that's not the hard part. The hard part is making it come back by going in the other direction. Who's the man now? Who's the man?
You the man.
Who's the man? How you want? Okay. I've seen this sarcastic with you before, okay? Okay. I'll do it in a way that maybe will convince you, okay? Get ready. You skeptic too. Don't worry about it. I'll make it disappear. 1, 2, 3. What? If you didn't believe that the bottle vanished, when I turned it over, know what you believe. Come here. What's your name? Is what? Jeannie? Take a look at that. Gina, can you read that? It's going too fast, isn't it? You had too much to drink. You had too much milk to drink. That's okay. Turn around and I want you to smile. That's your job. Your job will be very easy. She's smiling at everybody. Yeah. Now, wait a minute, Gina. Go sit down. Wait a minute. Tastes like earwax. I'm just kidding. Tastes like beef. I want to share with you the second greatest money trick you'll ever see in your life, sir. The second greatest money trick. You will see the second greatest money trick ever. You will never see a greater money trick before 9 o'clock, I guarantee it. In order for me to do that, I'm going to need two things to make it happen. First of all, I'm going to need a $100 bill. Second of all, I'm going to need a clear path to my car. Can you help me, brother? Okay, we need to scale this down a little bit. Okay, the first child who comes to the stage with an adult that has a $20 bill will be part of the greatest money trick ever.
I ain't got no money.
What about question much?
We ain't gonna. You take credit
Come
card.
on, raise do it next week. Come on. You have a $20 bill at least. A 50, the bigger money, the bigger the money.
I'm broke.
Come on, collect it.
Y'all ate my money up.
Economics, come on, y'all. Like it's time to talk now. Time to walk up. Come on, so reach your ball. I ain't got much time. Reach in there, find me a 20, I'll make sure you get it back, okay? That's why it's hard to be a black magician. Because black people won't trust you for nothing. Oh, great. Give me a whip hand, sir. Come on up here and bring a child with you. Yeah. Don't let me reach inside there, okay? I'll find it. You have a 20, a 50? Come on. 20, bring a child with you. Come on. Give him a whip hand.
All right.
Sit over here, sir. What's your name? Antoine? Nice to meet you, Antoine. Who do we bring? Jameer? Jamila? Are you serious? Jamila? Are you serious? I have a lot of Jamila. So Jamila, you're pretty. How old are you? You're 6 years old? Are you serious? You married? No, I'm not asking you to marry me. I'm already married, okay? I'm just trying to figure out where you are in life. So, you're 6 and you're not married. What do you do for a living? Besides breathe and eat. You go to school? High five. Now, here's what I need you to do. Who's this gentleman to you? Just a strange man, huh? I don't know this man is. But Jamira, I'll tell you what. I want you to do me a big favor. She handed me this. Because ladies and gentlemen, what you're getting ready to see, you want me to drive. Please do not record this.
You want me to stop recording for real?
For security purposes. Social security purposes. How's this? I want you to do me a big favor. I want you to write something on that bill. Make it real big so people in the back can see it, okay? You can make a word, a picture of it for you, honey, okay? Go ahead. In the meantime, I'll tell a joke. Go ahead. Yeah, make something on that bill real quick. Make it big. Okay, y'all, 2 fish in a tank. One fish turns to the other one and says, how do you drive this thing? Okay, I'm down out here, Jamira. Hurry up. You had a thesis or what? Oh, that is so creative. You see what she did? Look at this. Look at that. Yeah, she gave him a mustache. Okay. Did you teach how to do this? Yeah, sit over here. Okay. Now I'm going to share something with you. Okay? I'm going to share with you. This is called like Russian roulette. You never know what's going to happen. Watch carefully, man. What is your name? But you watching the baby, that's okay. Man, what's your name? Beverly, I want you to watch carefully, okay? Because everyone wants to know, well, what's going to happen to his $10 bill? It's going to change. What? What? Yeah, whatever, kid. So watch. I'm going to put inside the envelope. Okay. On the mirror, I want you to be a big favor. Make sure you see inside. See inside. Shuffle it up. Shuffle it up. Now, this is going to be so fantastic. You're not going to believe this. I'm going to teach you something about dollar bills.
Dollar bills?
Yes. Yeah. You got it? Because
that's that inflation.
certain dollar bills are false. Those are the ones I put into the envelope along with his $5 bill, which is real. Hand me the envelope. Hurry up. Make one. Which one? Just one. Just hit one. One at a time. Okay? Now watch. I did this at the State House and handed up with the mirror. Yes. Yeah, this is real shredder. It's really going to be there. And some of these bills in there are fake bills, okay? Okay, let's hand it over. Okay. Yeah. But here's the thing about the dollar bills. Inside the dollar bills, if any of you know, there is a strip inside, right?
Right.
It's a piece of metal. So if a person was trying to smuggle too many bills into the United States, you know, they get caught handing them over. This shredder is unique because if it has metal in it, it will stop. Hand it up with you. The last one. What are you talking about? Better shake something down? Check your no. This will be like some David White said. Look in the front left pocket. By your pants. Is it in there? No? That's the bummer. That would have been a good trick.
That would have been good, man. That would have been real good. Because he was expecting for it.
Hold up. Got this. This. Okay. I got these pieces of candy. Here. Some kids are influenced by color. Some are influenced by the types of candy there are. There's Milky Way, there's Twix, there's Dove. Inside these, pick one hand. This hand? Okay, hold up, okay. You put that in there. Now there's 3 of them here. I want you to take 2 of them. Take those 2. You want those 2? Okay? Now, of those 2, hand me one. Which one? Hand me one. Okay, very good. Look what you have left. Show everybody, what is it? What does that say? Milky Way. You got a Milky Way. And guess what? You get to have this at the end. Hold on to this. Now, I want you. Which one of these? You want this one? These 2. Okay. These 2. You want this one? Okay, you get to take this home with you. You get to share it with her. This one, I want you to open up. You'll see there's no way inside or outside of that bottle. Do me a favor, look, under the bottom here, you have to tear that carefully off. Tear that, the little strip, be careful. No, right there, all the way across. And there's another one on the other side. I'm not going to touch it. Now you have to turn it upside down and unscrew it because it unscrew from the top. And I want you to pour into here. Put it in there. And you have a Milky Way. You see the Milky Way here, sir? Here's the Milky Way. Here's the Milky Way. Here's the Milky Way. Here's the Milky Way. Watch. inside the Milky Way, inside of the sealed bottle, inside Milky Way. You pick Milky Way. Inside of this, only one piece of candy. Inside this envelope, watch inside. Hold your applause. It's like, way, watch. I'm gonna open it slowly. And if this has Jackson with a true mustache on it, this whole place is gonna give you a round of applause you'll never believe. Are you ready? Take a look. I want to thank you guys for your time. My name again is Rory Rennick. I do shows for private parties, for Fortune 500 companies. It doesn't matter to me. For schools, I do a portrayal of an escaped slave who became a magician based on a true story as well. And guess what? For helping me with that trick, Junior, you get to have $20. There you go. You're going to hand everybody. And yeah.
Might be another $20 bill in there.
Yes. Yeah. But who is it you? Contribute to your tuition. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. So I want to thank you guys again. My name again is Rory Rennick. I don't have a table here today, but I want to thank you, Cooperative,
Collective work and responsibility.
Collective work and cooperation. We all need to continue.
Copper Sun, page 12. The drum beats rippled in the darkness. The dancers swayed and stomped on the hard-packed earth, and Amari's people clapped and laughed as the firelight glimmered in the night. The first explosion came from the end of one of the unusual weapon sticks the strangers carried. Louder than the beat of even the largest drum, it was followed by a cry of horror. The chief had fallen off his seat, a huge red bleeding hole in the center of his chest. More explosions followed in rapid succession, then everyone was screaming. Confusion and dust swirled throughout the village. Amari watched, aghast, as a mother with her baby wrapped on her back tried to flee. But both mother and child plugged down into the dirt by one of the Ashanti warriors. An Ashanti? How could this be? Villagers ran blindly into the fire, trying to escape and screaming for mercy, only to be felled by the terrible fire weapons of the strangely pale men. Amari knew she should run, knew she should try to escape into the forest, but her feet would not move. She could only stare in horror. She gasped as she watched an Ashanti grab her mother and try to put thick iron cuffs on her mother's wrist. She turned her head and followed in slow motion, it seemed, her father's bellows of rage as he leaped toward her mother to rescue her. But even before he reached her, one of the milk-faced men thrust a knife into his stomach, and her father fell silently to the earth. Amari's mother screamed in anguish and bit her captor's hand. In rage, he hurled her to the ground. Amari watched, unable to breathe or move, as her mother's head smashed upon a rock. Amari wanted to scream, "Mother, get up! Oh, please get up!" But she was unable to say a word. Her mother did not move. Amari needed her parents to come get her, to tell her not to be afraid, to run with her into the underbrush for safety. But they just lay there, their blood beginning to stain the dust. Amari doubled over in agony. Her parents were dead. She looked frantically for Besa and Kwesi, but all was smoke and screams and death. Finally, she saw Kwesi running toward her, screaming, "Run, Amari, run!" Her feet loosened then as he reached her. She grabbed his hand, and they ran wildly out of the village into what they hoped was the safety of the darkness. Sharp branches cut Amari's face as she plunged through a thick tangle of trees. The smell of sharp, acrid smoke, not of gentle hearth fires, but of the flames of destruction, followed them. Birds and monkeys above them cried out in alarm, but their noise could not cover the screams of the slaughter of her people. Suddenly, Amari heard fast-moving, thudding footsteps behind them and the whir of a spear. Kwesi held her hand tighter, and they ran even faster. Amari trying in vain to be as invisible and swift as the wind. Fly, my baby brother, she thought desperately. Fly away. One moment they were leaping over a fallen log, and the next she heard Kwesi moan softly, then his hand slipped slowly from hers. He slumped to the ground, a look of soft surprise on his small face. A spear had sliced through his whole little body. Amari sank down beside him and held him to her. He died in her arms. She lay there in the darkness, cuddling his small, lifeless body, unable to weep, unable to run any longer. She hardly cared when she was grabbed by one of the strangers. Her arms were wrenched behind her, and iron shackles with heavy, rusty chains between them were snapped onto her wrist, holding them there. Amari was marched back to where the burning village had once stood so happily, grabbed by her hair and shoved into a pile of other survivors from the village. No one spoke. No one wept. They were defeated.
My name is Dylan Pritchett, and I'm a storyteller. I live in Newport News, Virginia. There once was a mouse who every night would do the same thing. He'd crawl through the hole, go up into the kitchen, walk around to living rooms, all around looking for some droppings from that day. Well, the farmer had noticed it, and the farmer puts a mouse trap right in the corner, a little piece of cheese. When the mouse came out that night, he was walking around the room and he came to the mouse trap. He said, "There's a mouse trap in the house. I got to go tell somebody." So the mouse went out and he went to where the chickens were. And the chickens were out there packing. And the mouse said, "Hey, there's a mouse trap in the house." The chicken said, "Bark, I ain't worried about that, bark. I got to sit out here and sit on these eggs, bark. I got to worry about pecking. I hope they throw some corn out here, bark. That mouse trap, that's your problem." The mouse went, So the mouse kept walking around, and the mouse walked around and saw the pig. He said, hey pig, there's a mouse trap in the house." The pig went, "I ain't gonna worry about that. That's your problem. I just hope I got enough slop out here. I ain't worrying about that mouse trap. That's your problem." The mouse went, Mouse saw the cow, went out to where the cow was grazing, and he said, hey cow, there's a mouse trap in the house." The cow went, "I ain't worrying about that. That's your problem. They come out here pull on me every day. That mouse trap, that's your problem." The mouse went, This went on all day long. All day long, the mouse going from animal to animal to animal to animal, telling them, "Hey, there's a mouse trap in the house." And all of the animals said, "That's your problem." Well, one morning, the farmer's wife was sweeping the kitchen, forgot about the mouse trap. And she swept over in the corner, didn't see that mouse trap, and that mouse trap clapped down on her big toe. Heard of something bad? She laid down. The farmer called the doctor. The doctor came in. The doctor said, "It don't look good." And that toe turned green and purple. And then it looked like it was going to fall off. But before the toe got that bad, farmer's wife died. Well, everybody was showing up to the funeral. But they had to get there early, this way in the country. So people showed up real early to that funeral. And the farmer looked around. The farmer said, "Lord, have mercy. All these people in the house, all of them, I got to be hospitable. I got to give them some breakfast or something. But Lord, where am I going to get all this food?" So he looked out. He said, "Oh, go out here and get some of these eggs." So he went up and he lifted that chicken up and he got some eggs. But then he stopped and went, "Chicken? we can have some chicken and waffles. We're going to have some chicken and waffles. So he grabbed all the chickens up and he took them inside and got some boiling water, scalded them, plucked them, and cooked them up. But he said, Lord, I got to have something else because everybody. And he looked out, there was that pig. He said, we got to have some bacon. So he went out there and he killed a pig. So them people had bacon, chicken and waffles, and some eggs for breakfast. It was a real sad funeral. Because the farmer's wife, she was a good woman. But after the funeral, you know what they had to do. It was time for the repast. Everybody showed up for the repast at the farmer house. And they sitting there, and the farmer sitting there, and he looking around. He said, Lord, there's more people here. He said, well, at least I killed a pig, so I got some pork chops and got a ham. He said, but I ain't gonna feed all these people. And he looked out in the field, and there was the cow. So he went out and he killed the cow. Them people ate hamburgers, steaks, fajitas. They ate everything. And that was it. After they ate, they all went home. And that's the end of the story. You know what the moral of the story is? There's a mousetrap in the house. And what you don't think is your problem is your problem. What this got to do with Kwanzaa? Well, if you got people that don't understand unity, that's your problem. If you got people that don't understand community, that's your problem. If you got people who don't understand what the injustices upon their people are, that today the injustices are just as unjust as in the past, that's your problem. There's a mousetrap in the house. And through the principles, if we learn the principles, if we learn Ujamaa, if we learn Ujamaa, if we learn Nia, we will be able to understand and come together collectively to fight that mousetrap. Because there is a mousetrap in the house.
I tell them I'm at the Comedic New Year. We're about to get it. Elder Tony's over here teaching right now. They're doing the drum circle, the Armenta drum circle. So we'll see you bring you into it over there. All right.
Was you a federal agent for the southern government or the northern government? Well, basically, she was a federal agent for the government, the northern government, okay? And she has a history that they're going to tell you about, later on. But what we're interested in is this warrior thing that we're talking about. And remember, we talked about Ngoma. And so, the first thing we had to know is the warrior must have spiritual guidance and heart. And those two, remember, come together. So, then we're talking about the warrior state, we have to talk about the heartbeat. And what this is, So each of you, use your sticks. Use your sticks. And the bell to king, king. Right. Now you can also, now, hold on, let me hold your stick. Now let me show you. With the stick, let it bounce. If you hold it, that's a different sound. We want to let it bounce. Right? Let it bounce. Now, for you guys that got 2 sticks, what you want to do is, all right? Right, that's the heartbeat, okay? Come on. Yeah. Yeah, right. Right, you right, you right, you right, you right. 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 This is the heartbeat. Right. 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 This sends the blood, the life-giving energy through the body. All right? Okay, stop. Now, so with that, we take a look at the military part. Okay? Now, listen. Come on. Come on. In the middle. All right. Come on. All right. Come on. Come on. Hold it. Now, so when you hit it, gong, 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 you put in your mind, you see the Nubian soldiers, you know, in the South during the war. They have been given permission to carry a firearm, which was like, whoa, okay, that's a whole nother thing. But they were being watched because, okay, that's another thing. So imagine them in their cadence, like don't, 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 don't. So we got that cadence going, right? But at the same time, you got this. That this is the right, and they don't, 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 don't. And you got. Come on, come on. There you go. There you go. All right, all right. Hey, here it is. You stronger, you. Yeah. Yeah. All right, okay. Hold on right there. Now, you see how it's working? So in our thing, what we look at is we have to look at the spiritual piece and the physical piece, and those are represented in their terminology. By 2 characters. One is a hawk that is flying up here, okay, and the other one is not a wolf, fox or what is it?
Coyote?
Well, it's set is looked at as a desert fox or a creature like that hunts on the ground, and you know they hunt in packs and all that kind of stuff. But you know, so those 2 come together, right? Oh, hey, there's some sticks right here. She wants to do that, and you can open this drum up too. Okay, open that drum up, young man. Where's the sticks at? Somebody, is there a bag somewhere? Right. So we got. Right? So, wait. That heartbeat would be first. Okay, now let me hold a second. If you put your finger there, it stops it. Take your finger away, let it bounce. Okay? There it is. Other one. Right. Now slow it down. Ready? You and I go. There you go. That's it. Stay right in the center. All right, no, ready, y'all. Oh, yeah! All right. right there. Hold right there. Excellent. That was excellent. Now, let's put the bells into the concert. Left, right, left. You're okay. Do anything you want. You're good. That's her warrior side, coming from spirit first with the bell and moving into her heartbeat. And once she's got that, then the troops feel that and they move with the cadence, okay? But the first movement has to be the inspirations coming from spirit, okay? Which we would say, the Kemetic folks would say they're better, okay? And some folks might say, somebody would say whatever. But anyway, that's first. And then that's sending the energy out. And then the heartbeat feels it. And because the consciousness goes in. So these two work together. When these two work together, then you get the inspiration to do the march, all right? So let's try that again, all right? Okay. Okay. Now we move to the second one. What do you feel should go after that? We're still in the military or structured thing of the warrior. And 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is them sneaking around now. They're watching, looking for things. All right? This is going to be 16. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 2, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you call an answer? It's your perfume. He went that way.
He gone.
Yeah, he went that way.
Oh my.
Listen. We're gonna go everyone now. All right. So that would be like the break into coming back into where it's gonna be silence again.
Before I go any further, I would like to. I heard Max say you asked the elders for permission to continue. Correct. Are there any elders in the house? Raise your hand. I don't know who you are. Ashe. Can I please continue? Thank you, sir. You must be the big
Grand Hoover.
I'm gonna come down and shake your hand in a minute, sir. Well, I would like to honor the ancestors at this moment. If I could please get a moment of silence. Thank you. I want to honor Mufasa, Simba, Scar, Sarabi, and Nala. The Lion Kings, everyone. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. We as black people, and we're Ujamaa, and I'm saying it right, Ujamaa, which means cooperative economics, right?
Word.
Word?
Word.
I got one right there that's gonna help me out. I appreciate you, my black brother.
Black power. Ashe. I'm Ashe too.
I noticed that we have an assortment of vendors over here displaying cooperative economics. And I want to say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Now, I need some of your economics because I'm Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I need some Ashe butter. Hey, come on. Ashe butter. Go figure. It is a universal word. Ashe.
Butter.
Ashe.
Butter.
Ashe.
Butter.
You the man. I'm gonna be like you when I grow up. I got a problem with myself. I'll be honest. I got a problem with Africans because they're the only ones. Well, I got a problem with African Americans because they don't really have a cooperative economical mind. Ashe?
Ashe. Butter.
Thank you. I said that to say this, you know, I don't see why we can't go buy up a whole, like Mount Vernon Plaza, a whole block, and sell everything. Amen?
Amen.
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 I am a deacon first. So if I go to church on you, don't look at me like I'm crazy, okay? Ashe.
Butter.
Ashe.
Butter.
Ashe.
Butter.
Butter. Smooth just like an anchor. Come on, somebody. You like my outfit?
Oh, you sharp, bro. You sharp.
My outfit.
Hose it up.
I can't wear that. I can't wear that. But like I was saying, I just want us as black African Americans to do the same thing. Why can't we? Because we like what? Cooperative economics. Now, this is not a history lesson.
Uh-oh.
I'm just keeping it real.
Well.
Thank you, my brother. I'm not in church right now. Hold it well.
Yes, sir.
And just say Ashe.
Butter.
Thank you. Just make sure we're all on the same page tonight. Well, I have not prepared a prolonged pericope for your perusal on tonight. Which means I have not written down any long dissertation or presentation. Okay? I figured I use some big words so I don't get the smart people in here. Come on, I got one out there tonight. She is cracking up. I wish I had some candy for y'all. I'll throw some out there, but you know, I don't think we gonna do that tonight. Well, as I stand here, I'm just thankful for all of my black people that's in the building tonight. Give yourselves a hand. Some of y'all not happy to be here. Bro, he went to beat me up, and now you gonna let that happen. You see these golf shoes? Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Trying. Anywho, Butter. I love when the kids get involved because the children are our future. Amen.
Amen.
That was a church moment.
Well.
I'm in church and I'll be bipolar.
Okay.
I want to be, I don't know what to do with myself, but yes. How many children we got in the house? All the kids say yeah. All the kids say yeah. All the kids say yeah.
Butter.
See, they learn quick. How much time I got? Okay. I want my good stuff tonight because I know we, you know what I'm saying? I got my good stuff on tonight.
Hold on, let me focus on it. I'm trying to get on camera.
I don't know, you might have to.
Yeah, bro.
That camera in HD ain't gonna get this dog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be HD, but yeah. I'm about to celebrate 1 year of marriage tomorrow.
Congratulations. Hopefully, congratulations.
That woman screaming. Somebody get her some meds. Right there. That's my wife. She's excited. I'm excited. 1 year of marriage. Who said that?
My wife.
Is it time? I'm ready when you ready. Ashe.
Butter.
Let's give it up for Digging Usually Petty. All right. Coming to the stage next. Okay, so now, this is something new for Kwanzaa. I wanted to bet. Laughter is healing. It's healthy for us to be able to laugh. All right? A lot of people take Kwanzaa seriously. Like, we got to come here and go to school and learn something.
Teach, bro.
All right? We can come here. We already know what we need to be doing. We can come here and make fun of life and who we are as black folks. All right? Not saying it's not work to be done. So coming to the stage.
Stage.
In Columbus, Ohio, he's known as the Godfather of comedy. Brother Todd Cornett.
Going good.
Cold outside, ain't it?
Yeah.
Wet, snowy. Just like to thank God. Give yourself a round of applause for being here. Yeah, it's really rough for me. I just got back in town from Atlanta. Me and my brother was speaking. I said, man, you better slow down or else the police gonna pull you over and give you a ticket. Don't you know we got into Marietta, Georgia? The police pulled my brother over, gave him a ticket and slapped him. Then he come around to my side and slapped me. I said, what'd you slap me for? He said, cause I didn't want you to get up the road and say, I wish you would have did that to me. It's rough. Been in AA, it's rough. I don't like it. Gotta stand around, tell everybody, my name is Todd, I'm an alcoholic and addict. When they got to me, they said, hi Todd. I said, I'm an alcoholic and addict. They started clapping, so I kept on drinking and smoking. Oh, it's rough. It is. Got me a new girlfriend now. She said she had a birthday coming up. She said, I want you to get me something that's shiny, fast, and go from 0 to 100 miles an hour in 5 seconds. I went out and bought her a scale. It's rough. It's rough. I was thinking about getting married. Yeah, I was thinking about getting married. She called me up the other night at 3 o'clock in the morning. She said, do you know what this is? I said, yeah. I said, what's wrong? She said, I was having a bad dream. I said, what was you dreaming about? She said, I was dreaming that you was in the bed with another woman. I said, I was having the same dream. What you call to wake me up for? Oh, boy, that's rough. It is. I see white people today in the news. White people talking about back to Africa with For 5 years, in the last 3 years we were married, I was running around with another guy, and now I'm dying. I figured I'd tell you. I said, I know. That's the reason why I poisoned you. It's rough. It is really rough. It is. Yes, it is really rough. Had a family member died. Yeah, my brother called me up and told me that Miss Mary died. I said that was sad. I was hoping that she would leave me something. He said they ain't read the will yet. He called me 3 days after she had died. I said, what'd she leave me? He said nothing. And there she was laying up there dead. And he said he shouldn't say nothing about the dead now unless it's good. Well, she's dead. Good. Oh, man, I tell you. It's been rough for me. It really has. It has. It's been rough. Got my son living with me now. I want him to get out so bad because he don't do nothing. We don't get along. We always battling. We have a conflict of interest. I want him to get out bad. But he ain't but 2. Oh, my life is rough, I tell you. It is. I got an uncle. He's on a water diet. He's been getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, using the bathroom 3 times. He went from 250 pounds to 180 pounds. He lost 100 pounds. Going back and forth to the bathroom at night, he said, honey, he told his wife, he said, honey, you know God been good to me. I done lost all this weight. And I use the bathroom at night. And every time I go use the bathroom at night, God turned on the light for me. She said, honey, God ain't turning on no light for you. You've been peeing in the refrigerator. It's rough. It's rough. Got pulled over the other day. Cop pulled me over the other day, asked me where was that behind. When between 4 and 6, I told him kindergarten. Y'all been a good crowd tonight, thank you. All right, let's give it up for the musicians. Okay. Y'all enjoy yourselves tonight?
He done hop all the way up on top of the stage, y'all. He done hop all the way up on top of the stage. All the way up on top of the stage.
Okay, so we're gonna keep it real smooth tonight. We're about to get ready for Santa's fashion.
It's Santa.
All right.
Ujima.
And then we're gonna have us a caribou and wrap it up for the night so everybody can get home safe.
That's right. And don't forget, to bring your covered dish on Friday for the caribou. I hope everybody.
Oh, today's Friday. It seems like Friday.
Y'all bring me some food. Y'all bring me some potato salad and macaroni and cheese. I told y'all yesterday. Nobody brought it. Be hungry again.
No, you know what they brought? Black folks bring Tupperware so they can take something home. Put a Ziploc bag. I know half of y'all got tin for you or something in your pocket, right? Yeah, I do.
Did I
just take the whole pan. That's not good.
Did I see Miss Sandra?
Miss Sandra?
I saw her husband.
Yeah, her husband in the back there. We call her for Miss Sandra.
I'm trying to see the fashion show. The models was ready. I'm excited to see this wonderful clothing. She's awesome with her creativity.
Ashe or Ashe. Ashe butter. Okay, Sister Sandra. Are we ready? Are you ready for us? If not, I'm going to start telling jokes. They don't want that.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
Girl, here she is behind us. Get the mic, honey. Get the mic.
Come on down. Yes, yes. the lovely and fabulous and beautiful Columbus own. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all a personal story before she starts talking.
Well,
So I got a 4, she'll be 4 in January 26th. But before she was born, we had Sister Zeta make her a diaper bag. Oh man, I was so proud to carry that diaper bag. I would just walk around like, yeah, where you get that diaper bag? Sister Zeta, oh, it was beautiful. Had about 20 pockets on it, inside had stuff. I found the pocket a year later on there that she had on there. I didn't know it was on there. But yeah, she makes all kind of stuff, personal items and things like that. And here she is, Sister Zeta.
Hello, everybody. I wanted her to step out so y'all can see her nice outfit.
I'll be back, fam.
Okay, so.
Stay on the line. I gotta put your name up.
Hi, I'm Councilmember Shayla Favor, and today we're going to be reading the 7 days of Kwanzaa. December 26th is the first day of Kwanzaa. The principle, umoja, which means unity. Call your father, call your mother, call your sister, call your brother. It's Kwanzaa time, family time. It's Kwanzaa time, family time. African American people pulling together, Harambe, trying to make things better. 7 days and 7 nights, 7 candles we will light. 7 days, 7 candles we will light. December 27th is the second day of Kwanzaa. The principle is Kujula, which means self-determination. Relatives come to visit. The cousins say, Harambe. We make mekamats. It's fun working together. It's Kwanzaa time, family time. It's Kwanzaa time, family time. December 28th is the third day of Kwanzaa. The principle is Ujima, which means working together. We sweep the yard. We paint the gate. Everything looks better. We are pulling together. We are pulling together. We are pulling together. Oh yes, we are. December 29th is the fourth day of Kwanzaa. The principle, Ujama, which means sharing profit. We go to Malcolm's market. Malcolm asks, Habari Gani, what's the news? We say, Ujama. Mama buys corn and sweet potatoes. 1 potato, 2 potato. 3 potato, sweet. 4 potato, 5 potato. 6 potato, eat. December 30th is the 5th day of Kwanzaa. The principle is Nia, which means purpose. Here's how we light the candles. First the black, next a red, then a green, then another red, and then another green. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. December 31st is the 6th day of Kwanzaa. The principle is Kuumba, which means creativity. Everyone plays I've Got the Spirit. Grandma beats a drum, Papa claps. Everyone dances to the rhythm. I've got the spirit, hey, hey. I've got the spirit, ashe, ashe. I've got the spirit, hey, hey. I've got Kuumba, Ashe, ashe. We dance and sing until we are all tired out. January 1st is the 7th day of Kwanzaa. The principle is Imani, which means faith. We light all 7 candles. Grandpa tells a story of how our people came from Africa long ago. He says, may we all live by the Nguzo Saba, the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Keep the faith. That's the thing to do. Believe in yourself and your family too. Keep Imani in your heart. Keep Imani in your soul. Imani is more precious than diamonds or gold. Happy Kwanzaa.
Watch the next video. Watch the next video. Watch the next video. No, I'm just joking, family. Family, thank you for joining us. Be sure to catch us on the next video, family. Peace. Watch the next video. Watch.
My name is Mwatabu Okanta. I'm known as the Muntu Kuntu energy poet. Muntu. It means the life force, the God force in human beings. Kuntu. It means the life force, the God force in art, in music, in poetry, in dance, in our culture. I want to thank my sister, Sandra Essie Bryant, for asking me to join you for Kwanzaa. It is that time of year again. And for me, Kwanzaa is a very, very special time. It is the season of our first fruits. It is the season where we come together to celebrate the fruits of our labor. And it's a special time this year because this year has been a long year. It's been a difficult year. We've lost loved ones. Loved ones have fallen ill. But somehow we have survived. And here we are, coming together once again. The village, the family, our elders, our children, our contemporaries, coming together to share our stories, but coming together to reconnect with our ancestral energy, to ask them to come to guide and continue to protect us. Because we're descended from those people who refused to die, who survived the dungeons and the Middle Passage and the plantations, who became new peoples of African descent in the fiery furnace of that thing called slavery. But we are still here. And if our ancestors could survive what they survived, we can survive this. And this too will pass. It is Kwanzaa time. So in the spirit of the Nguzo Saba, I would like to share my story with you. I would like you to think about your story, because we all have stories to tell. And each one of our individual stories is a chapter in this book of Africans in the New World. The poem is called Poem for the Living. It's an epic poem. And Vince and I are going to riff. The poem is in honor of Sheikh Anta Diop. And we begin with a lament. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. A long way from home. To whom do I say? It is because of our living dead that I speak. Hear their words, the words of our departed, the faces forgotten or never seen, the lives intuitively felt, the dream dreaming of our dead inhabiting our bodies, making us ache. Africa, what is Africa to me? The questions remain the same. County Cullen wanted to know why God would make a poet black, and bid him sing. Langston Hughes lamented Afro-American fragments. They knew the feeling. They bore the cross black poets have to bear. Singers and poets move amongst every people. Even in this America, too blind, arrogant to remember, to care. The poet's journey is personal when people have forgotten how to listen to the real power inside our own song. It began as inner feeling, as feeling before, beyond words. It was there before I learned the meaning of my own blackness. Little boy times and innocent questions that altered expressions on adult faces. I wanted to know if God was white like the pictures of his son, Jesus. Questions left unanswered. Questions that would root my words deep in the soul soil of an age-old poet tree. By that summer of 63, only Little League mattered. I did not know about deferred dreams. It was not so special white boys played on my team. I was too young and far removed to know about movements then. It was not for me to know we were black dreams born into flesh. I knew only that my mother and grandmothers fussed and fumed over little Smitty. I remembered nothing of stories, sleepless nights. My mother sheer-willed her man-child into the light of each new day. I remember my South Carolina Geechee grandfather who refused to speak the white man's tongue, who watched them Yankees and the real Sugar Ray, who chewed cigars and drank homemade wine from the Jersey urban earth. My grandfather dressed in his Bethsaida Baptist Church blue suit, hands folded, looking coffin still, looking more asleep than dead. I can never forget the look on my father's face when he watched television the day assassins gunned Malcolm down. I remember the power of that silence, that Wilbur Smith had been one on the black, blue-collar, middle-class block, who talked to the brothers who sold the Muhammad Speaks. How could I know Malcolm's vision then? It would be years before I would know the man, magic man in Malcolm's voice. It was not for me to know the fire in my father's eyes would soon flame inside my own. It began as something deeply felt, a feeling, nothing the proverbial finger could be placed upon. It surfaced the first time that night, a bullet blotted King from our sight. I knew something changed in me then. I remember being unable to mouth the Pledge of Allegiance that morning after. The white hollow ring resounding from empty words made me begin to see in a different light. In a different light. Kwanzaa is that time when we come together, talk to each other. We are a diverse community. We come together in our own new tribes, light skin, dark skin, urban, suburban, rural, old, young, good hair, bad hair. We come together, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We come together to be one. Gye-Nyame in his Healers tells us the present is where we get lost if we forget our past and have no vision for the future. So Kwanzaa is that time when we come together to remember our past. What happens to a people after all the years, after all the private corners of our nights, after the acceptance of pain in our lives, after the coming of age of our agelessness? What happens when out of darkness, a deeper darkness, a darkness deeper than death, and you can see it, can see, touch, can feel it, can become one with its warm light? What happens? Born of grandmothers left to scrub the venom the white people put into calling us nigger black on cold water wash basin mornings. Grandmothers scrubbing, grandmothers and amens, grandmothers and hallelujahs, grandmothers and thank you Jesus, grandmothers and the will to wish we little ones would never grow to know nigger black and old. Our grandmothers who nurtured us and healed us. We are a people in need of healing. What happens? A surreal strangeness being in places still forbidden. A new plainness. Too many black people still cannot look the white people in the eyes. We still live for massa until we die. Long for a freer freedom, looking for signs. What happens? Kwame Nkrumah taught us that we are not Africans because we are born in Africa. We are Africans because Africa is born in us. And Kwanzaa is that time when we come together to celebrate the Africa in us. I was in college when I met my first African from African. He said, I am from Africa. I remember being confused. If he was from Africa, what did that make me? Stunned into screaming silence, I did not sleep that night. I spent that night looking into mirrors, looking for Africa in my own face. I looked into questions. What was just American, or Negro, or colored, or nigger, or black -American? I did not know how to see Africa reflected in my own face. I did not know how to see Africa in America's dark race. I remember Feeling made me go to Africa. I heard Africa calling my name. I was not dreaming. I was in Africa. Africa calling my name sounds pushing me to sink my roots in native soil, to seek nourishment, to heal my wounded soul. Africa. It arrested me, freed me to the core. I knew faces. They were the same faces, only more. Faces moved me to sea search the Africa water deep inside a kidnapped people's lore. I saw Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Harlem, Huff, Liberty City, South Philly, Atlanta, Chocolate City, D.C. made plain. The scenes, sounds, smells, rhythm, rhyme, black colors, motion, time was the same. I searched for black self. Searched for the Africa I encountered at Chief Shawande's feet. I searched for the Africa in me. Kwanzaa is that time to search for the Africa in we. I want to thank you for your time and your attention. I want to give thanks to my brother Vince Babayao Robinson. And I want to leave you with words from The Healers by I Kwai Armah. Often our confusion comes merely from impatience. The disease has run unchecked through centuries. Yet sometimes we dream of ending it in our little lifetimes. And despair seizes us if we do not see the end in sight. A healer needs to see beyond the present and tomorrow. He needs to see years and decades ahead, because healers work for results so firm they may not be wholly visible till centuries have flowed into millennia. Those willing to do this necessary work, they are the healers of our people. And so Kwanzaa is that time when our storytellers, our singers, our poets, our players of instruments, our healers come together. Kwanzaa is our time. Thank you and peace. Tongue got twisted up in there a couple times, but I got through it.
Only person that knows is you, bro.
Right.
You know you're writing your own script.
I'm telling you. Wow. Each time we do this, man, it just gets better.
I love it, man. I'm loving it. Let me play my bass.
Watch the next video. Watch the next video. Watch the next video. No, I'm just joking, family. Family, thank you for joining us. Be sure to catch us on the next video, family. Peace. Watch the next video. Watch.